So we're looking at substitution here. Basically, with substitution, we're working off the idea of algebra that we have letters in an expression or an equation. So this one here, we've got a minus b. And generally in algebra, we just leave them as letters, so they can represent any number in algebra, so we don't actually want to give them a value. Whereas though in substitution, what we can see is that we've actually got a value now for a. So it says that a is equal to 5, b is equal to 3, and c is equal to 4. So they've actually given values to these letters now. So it's like in a sport where, substituting, one person's coming off the court and someone's replacing them, running onto the court. It's the same sort of idea here. We're replacing the a with 5 and b with 3. So we'll solve the first one now. Always remember to start with an equal sign. So we got a is equal to 5, so it becomes 5 minus b, which is 3. And then you've just got a simple, nice equation here. 5 take 3 is equal to 2. And it's simple as that. The next one, what we've got here is a plus b take c. So another nice simple one here. So we've got a plus b. So it becomes a is equal to 5 plus b, which is equal to 3, minus c, which is equal to 4. Now what you'll notice is that I haven't changed any of the signs around. The signs stay where they are. All I've done is replace the numbers with the letters. So what you want to make sure when you do this one here is that in orders of operation, you just got to follow your BEDMAS rules. So again, when you're working with addition and subtraction, it's just work from left to right, easiest way to work with it. So it becomes 5 plus 3, which is equal to 8, minus 4. And then we just solve that last equation there, 8 take 4 is equal to 4. So we might have a look at a slightly harder one now, where we've got evaluate 5b take 2ac. We've got a is equal to 8, b is equal to 10, c is equal to 1. So when we start substituting this one in, we can see that there's a number next to a letter. So we call this one here 5 is the coefficient of b, meaning there's 5 lots of a. So whenever you see a number and a letter next to each other, or two letters next to each other, what it means in there is that you've actually got a times in between there. So it becomes 5 times b, which b is actually 10. So it becomes 5 times 10. And we've got a minus, so we keep the sign the same. We've got a 2. Now remember again, we've got 2 is the coefficient of a and c. So we've got 2 times a, which is 8. And then times, in between there, c, which is equal to 1. So again, here you want to follow your BEDMAS rules. You want to do your multiplication before your subtraction here. So it becomes, we just work from left to right. So we've got 5 times 10, which is equal to 50, minus 2 times 8 times 1. And then the next part to this here is we've still got multiplication here, so we need to solve this next part. 2 times 8 times 1, so 2 times 8 is 16. 16 times 1 again is 16. So you've got rewrite it out, so 50 minus 16, and then 50 minus 16 is equal to 34. So we've solved that one there. One more last look at a slightly tougher one again, is that we can see that we've got 10c, so 10 the coefficient of c, and then we've got brackets here. So we've got next to the c is a bracket, so 5a take 2b, into brackets. So what it means here is that any number outside of a bracket, immediately outside, means that it's a times. So it becomes 10 times c times the brackets. So you've got to make sure though that with the BEDMAS rules, you've got to follow inside the brackets first. So you've got to solve the 5a take 2b first before timesing it by the 10c. So first though is you just want to substitute everything back in. So we've got 10, and then you've got a times c, which c is equal to negative 5 here. And then we're going to put our little times there again, just to remind us. So we've got now the brackets, everything inside the brackets, so it becomes 5 times a, which is equal to 2, minus the 2b, so minus 2 times b, which is equal to 1. So with this one here, you want to follow your BEDMAS rules. We'll solve inside the brackets first. So we got 5 times 2 minus 2 times 1. And we'll solve that part in the same step. So we've got 5 times 2, which is equal to 10, minus, and the 2 times 1, which is the 2, or negative 2 times 1, which is negative 2. Close the brackets off because we haven't finished with the brackets just yet. And then we can rewrite out the rest of it. So we've got 10 times negative 5 minus 10 minus 2. So again, what you want to do is solve inside the brackets first. So you've got 10 take 2, which is equal to 8. And then from that point there, it's interesting because what we can do here is you can put the brackets back on, but it won't really matter because having an individual number doesn't make any difference whether you put the brackets around. So what we've got now is 10 times minus 5 times the 8. So you can just work with this one straight from left to right. So 10 times minus 5 times the 8. So if you just type that all into your calculator, you're going to get an answer of 10 times negative 5 is negative 50. Negative 50 times 8, we'll break it down to steps. And then negative 50 times the 8 is negative 400. Thanks, hope that's helped.